Shifty Shift. Oh my goodness, what was he up to? Well, you see, he may have been up to something rather similar to one Letitia James. Remember how we've been talking about Letitia James and the alleged mortgage fraud? She said, oh, nothing to see here. It was just a clerical error, but apparently she had put down via power of attorney that her main residence was in Virginia, even though obviously it couldn't be because she lived in New York, where she was the attorney general. Well, in the case of Adam Schiff, you're a senator from California. You're from California. Or if you're the representative from California, you're from California. And even though you traveled to D.C. to do your job, your residency would be in California now, don't you think? I mean, even if you decided, well, I'm going to live in Virginia or Maryland or someplace close by because, I got to be at work 4 days a week or however often they work, right? Taking Friday off to fly home. Well, this is peculiar. Check out what they found out. Donald Trump writing, I have always suspected Shifty Adam Schiff was a scam artist, and now I learned that Fannie Mae's Financial Crimes Division has concluded that Adam Schiff has engaged in a sustained pattern of possible mortgage fraud. Adam Schiff, he writes, said that his primary residence was in Maryland in order to get a cheaper mortgage and rip off America, when he must live in California because he was a congressman at the time from California. I always knew, he wrote, that Adam Schiff was a crook. The fraud began with the refinancing of his Maryland property on February 6, 2009, and continued through multiple transactions until the Maryland property was correctly designated as a second home on October 13th, 2020. Wow. I wonder why he finally decided to get smart and designate it as a second home. Mortgage fraud is a very serious and crooked thing to do. Adam Schiff, now a senator, needs to be brought to justice. I wonder how many people do this. I mean, to me, it's like, why would you, right? Like, why would you ever take that kind of risk? It's so stupid. Like, you're obviously from California. Why would you say on your mortgage documents that this was your primary home? I mean, your primary home is supposed to be in the state in which you are the senator or representative from. It's kind of like what we were seeing with Letitia. Remember, Bill Pulte articulated this quite well. He was on with Maria Bartiromo recently explaining what Letitia James did wrong, and it sounds an awful lot like perhaps what Shifty Schiff did wrong.
Recommended that the DOJ investigate New York Attorney General Letitia James over alleged mortgage fraud. The AG, Letitia James, has responded. We don't have the video, but here's the quote. This investigation into me is nothing more than retribution. It's baseless. It has to do with the fact that on a power of attorney, I mistakenly indicated that I was a state of Virginia resident. And prior to that, I indicated to the mortgage broker that, in fact, in bold cap letters, that I am not a resident of Virginia and never will be. They just took the power of attorney and they're using that as a basis for enforcement of their investigation. Bill, do you know why she said she was a resident of Virginia on the power of attorney, if in fact she wasn't?
Well, I know that we are mortgage experts, and we only refer things that we think are mortgage fraud, and we stand 100% behind the letter. I'll let the letter speak for itself. I do know, and I have seen some reports from that subject, from that subject's criminal defense lawyer, saying certain things. I'll leave it to the DOJ to correct various things. But again, when we see mortgage fraud, we are going to report it. When we see mortgage fraud, we are going to prosecute it within the confines of our duties. And we are not going to be intimidated by a subject's criminal defense lawyer. We are not going to be intimidated by a politician or just because you have an Esquire behind your name. We are not going to be intimidated by people. If we see mortgage fraud, we're going to do something about it. And I think that you're going to see us be taking this on in a big way. Mortgage fraud is a big problem. These companies are safe and sound, but where we see it, we are going to do something about it. And that subject's case is no different.
Well, what are the ramifications of this now that you've referred this for criminality to the DOJ?
Well, I would refer that to the DOJ. Again, as I say, we spend our days, we are mortgage experts. We are not politicians. I view this as an economic job. Obviously, the president can fire me at any time. So I guess in that way. But look, I look at this as an independent agency. We found the mortgage fraud, whether it be that particular subject or other subjects, and we work actively with the DOJ and different law enforcement.
So you see what he was saying about Letitia. Similar kind of thing here, potentially with Adam Schiff. And, if they now have this financial crimes division, they're going to go through everybody and they might actually find more of them. I'm just wondering, right? I'm just wondering. Shifty Shift, come on. I mean, these are like stupid errors, right? Like really, really, really stupid errors that no one should be making that is in a political position. I'm trying to see if Schiff has said anything on this. And thus far, I don't see his response. But gosh, I mean, it's kind of specific. You're labeling this as your main residence in Maryland when you're from California, the representative from California. That doesn't seem right. So far, nothing from Adam Schiff in terms of a response that I can see. But this really, he's been sketchy all along. We know that he's lied through his teeth. We know that. We've seen that. I mean, the evidence came out after Russia. Why did he do that? Oh, it was political reasons only. It became the Schiff show. Don't forget the what show. And he was the star of it. And Donald Trump was there for him to crucify over and over and over again. And now it turns out we're finding this guy kind of has some ethical lacking, shall we say. Well, we knew that, all right? But now this, and I think they're going to have to get to the bottom of that. I think that actually this is going to be pretty serious. We've talked about the penalties. I mean, this is jail stuff, okay? Mortgage fraud is a big deal, especially if you're getting a loan with taxpayer dollars. As much as Letitia, for example, you used to want to go after Donald Trump, and she did, and she got some kind of, $500 million verdict, which is insane and still needs to be reversed on appeal, by the way. But the fact that she did that, it's almost like she had a guilty conscience. She was out there looking for some mortgage thing. Well, that was totally different because it was a private transaction between a bank, Deutsche Bank, investment bank, out of New York, but originally out of Germany, hence its name, Deutsche Bank. Anyway, between Deutsche Bank and Donald Trump. And guess what? Everybody made money on that transaction. So there was no victim. It was a victimless crime that she then tried to go after him for because she thinks she knows the valuation on Mar-a-Lago better than Donald Trump. And then the sweet irony of it all, of course, is that it's been discovered she may have pulled something similar to Adam Schiff, where she was saying, well, this is my primary residence. She said, again, in her defense, this is her, it was just my power of attorney. It was just clerical error. I'm sorry, lady, you're an attorney. All the more reason for you to be super careful on this. Same thing with Schiff. He's an attorney by background. All the more reason for him to be careful. I mean, why people are doing this? What, to save 0.25% on your interest rate? For goodness sakes, give me a break. Come up with some better ways to earn a living, would you? Quick shout out to one of our great sponsors. We're fully independent here on the Trish Regan Show. Balance in Nature. We've been talking a lot about what's in focus right now. RFK Jr. is like doing these victory laps because he's got all these food companies saying we're going to get rid of red dye. We're going to get rid of this chemical, that chemical. And it's great. It's great because what you don't know is in some people, this is kind of toxic stuff. And certainly for our kids, right? I mean, when I was a little kid, my mom would be like, don't you ever drink Kool-Aid? No, you can't have any Kool-Aid. Having Kool-Aid to me was like, wow. Like that was like super special treat. You go to a birthday party and somebody would have that red Kool-Aid and my mom was like, don't you dare. And I'd try and sneak it. Well, you know why she didn't want me to have it? Because I was off the walls, like immediately following the red Kool-Aid, right? Like every little kid, because it had that red dye plus all the sugar. And so RFK is really making this his cause. I bring this up within the context of Balance in Nature because I'm really focused on ingredients right now. I hope you are too. And if you look at their ingredients, they got only good stuff, only the best. So go check them out on their website today, balanceinnature.com. Look at doing this. I actually have the fruits and veggies delivered to me every single month. You can get it as well, 35% off, plus free shipping, plus free money back guarantee. You're helping me. You're helping the show. We bring you this show every day for free, in part thanks to the great guys over at Balance of Nature. Use code word Trish, Trish. You know how to spell it. Go check them out today.